Hi, so welcome to another episode of Beans and the Gang podcast. It's your boy Beans, of course. We got Tills here, we got Biz. School
Yeah.
not with us tonight. He'll be with us on the next one. This is just gonna be a little mini ep. We know we haven't given you enough content, so uh, it's the 3rd of January. One of our New Year's resolutions is to be a little more consistent. So I think one of the ways to do that is to do some of these little mini eps. So if everybody's not here, we can still put some content out. So how are y'all? How was your New Year's? New Year? No New Year's.
Pretty chill, violent free.
You didn't see that? Ain't
Huh?
no S on that thing. I said, ain't no S on that thing, man. It's a new year. That's it.
No,
Now
but it's Happy New Year. But I think you said how was your New Year's? No, you say how was your New Year?
Well, you can't say it was your new year because the year ain't happened yet. So
how was your New Year Eve?
no, you can't say that either.
Why not?
I
It's
don't
the
know.
Eve.
That don't sound right.
Right. It's New Year's Eve. So like, which one is right?
Like, I don't know.
I would say how was your New Year? All right. Anywho, who cares? Like,
It
how
was
did
violent
y'all-
free. I was chill, in the house, in the crib chilling.
yeah.
Actually, I was asleep at, I think we went to bed at 8:30.
Did y'all wake up for 12 or y'all just woke up the next day?
Nah, we woke up the next day for breakfast. just kept it pushing. Like I can't remember the last like New Year, like going out celebrating the New Year coming in. I did, to be honest.
Prior to COVID, did you go out and do stuff on New Year's or not?
Not really. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I think I did go out to celebrate. I think the last time I actually did celebrate with a bunch of people was probably my uncle had threw a house party. A couple years back. That was about it.
Or what about you, Tails? What'd you do? If anybody was out, you was. So
You definitely was out.
Normal day for me. Kids wasn't outside. I was at work.
Yeah.
oh, you put a New Year at work?
I've worked the past 3 or 4 New Years. So I haven't been out in God knows how long for New Year's anyway, even before COVID.
Got you. Same thing for me. I was in the crib, semi-quarantine and trying to get all this COVID stuff in order, trying not to get COVID with everything that's going on. I think that's a good segue into what first thing we're going to talk about, just how crazy COVID has been over the past month. So how has life been for y'all over the past, I don't know, 2-3 weeks with this new variant kind of causing a chaos everywhere?
Shit's rough. Like, I mean, we weren't ones to be out and about anyway, but like the stuff that we were able to do, and now that we got a daughter, it's like a little harder to even try to think about like doing stuff. But obviously we want to be safe and make sure places are safe for her to enjoy too. But it's like it's cold outside now, so a lot of the outdoor stuff that we were doing during the warmer months that's shut down. So you can only do like the indoor, like trampoline parks or bounce houses for the kids and stuff like that. But even that's dangerous because everybody that was just as much as we was outside, they was outside too. But now they trying to come in. So it's coming from all angles. You just try to navigate and be the best, find the best way to be safe and figure it out.
So you work in the schools. Was today supposed to be your first day back?
Yeah, today my first day back. That's why I'm trying to go to bed tonight at like 7:45. Because it's like I
so
was
how is it?
it.
How is it
all
working in the
day,
school with this variant and everybody kind of being crazy? I know a lot of schools shut down.
It's tough. It's chaotic. I'm in the special needs field, so it's a little more strenuous. But we have our PPE, we got our gloves, we got our masks, we got our face shields. After each session, we got to spray it down, wipe it down, stuff like that.
It's just
but,
people.
Huh?
I said kids is PPE'd up.
The staff is, but part of the stuff working with the special needs population, they're not required to. So a lot of kids don't wear masks. So you got kids that are sick, they come in. So we got to fight that. Plus their behaviors that they can present at any given time. Plus your own stress and trying to deal with the new variants and COVID and making sure you're keeping yourself safe. It's tough. And then on top of that too, you're not the only one there. It's other staff that's dealing with the same shit. So they got their own problems coming in or not coming in because they got their anxiety or their beliefs or whatever's going on. So it's tough all the way around. And today was only the first day back from break, and I already see it going left real fast.
Yeah.
Like it's really throwing a wrench in everybody's plans. Like nobody saw this going into 3 years of this shit. Like this shit was supposed to be done over with in months when it first came about, but we going on year 3. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about for you, Tills? I know the cold weather here has affected how things are happening. It's a little warmer there. Is it as chaotic?
At least for me, I mean, not much change for me because I still got to go to work every day. I mean, I still take my precautions just like I was before, but at least for me personally, nothing much has changed. Just still wearing a mask, sanitize when I can. I haven't done anything special since the new variant came out, but just kind of just keeping on what I've been doing.
So I know you said you were at work on New Year's Eve, but was it like business as usual New Year's Eve down there? Was everybody out partying, doing all that, even with everything going on?
Outside for New Year's.
Say that again.
I said people was outside for New Year's. So it was like honestly, like you said, with it not being so cold down here, I think it was like it's been like 70, 75 the past couple of days. So
Must be
people was
nice.
people was in uptown partying like crazy, like house parties, all that. Like I was seeing on social media and stuff. So I don't think it's taken as seriously down here as it is up there.
Nah, people were still outside up here too. It's crazy.
People, it's a bad dynamic. We talked about it before. People are tired of being inside, and it's a horrible time to be outside because it's just getting worse. Like I'm looking at the numbers earlier. It's like hundreds of schools closing, high schools, middle schools. There's not enough staff. I'm on vacation this week. I was supposed to take a flight. I was supposed to go down to Florida. My flight got canceled, so my whole trip is done because they couldn't staff the planes. So that's how bad it is.
Oh, it's crazy. Like I board today. I were like when we first walk in the building, you walk past the office and you can see like the call outs or whatever the case. And like the door was closed and you just kept walking. Like the door is closed, that means shit going down. Like it like niggas say that work if the door closed. So you just gotta like it sucks because you just gotta put your head down and like work because the kids need you at the end of the day. They need what you're there for to provide those services. But at the same
Right.
time, it's like fuck, like like I got thoughts and needs too that I gotta deal with and try to manage and navigate through this shit. And it's like you really gotta battle what's best for you in that moment. And it sucks that we gotta be put in that position every single day, but this is, the America that we live in today. So we kind of gotta deal with it the best we can.
Yeah. So going back to New Year's, I know talking about COVID, there's a lot of negativity surrounding that. Did y'all have any goals or resolutions that y'all set for the new year? Anything positive that you're trying to obtain?
Stay healthy, continue to stay healthy as I can, stay safe. That's about it. Like these last 2 years, it's been like that's all it's been about. Like
Keep that Omarion up off you.
keep the Marion, no ice box out here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. It's you just like I said before in a couple pods before. Like my goal is just to get home, like get home safe in one piece and figure it out the next day. Like that's been my MO the last couple years. It's crazy out here. Like this COVID is life is violent. It's nasty out here, man.
Yeah. Speaking of Omarion, I was wondering, do you think like when stuff like this happens, we take it serious to a certain extent, but as Black folks, we always kind of like don't take it fully serious. So do you think the fact that we joke about it so much causes some people like just not to take it as serious as they should as a whole, not to take the precautions, still be outside, still be doing whatever, because we just don't take it as serious as we should?
I, I don't know. I think sometimes we joke. I mean, I think only even the people who joke around about it a lot still take it seriously. But I I would say like from the outside looking in, it could seem that way because like damn, like Black folks don't take nothing serious. We calling it Omarion. They making videos. Even Omarion himself made a video talk about some Aaron. I'm an artist. I'm a singer. So I don't know. I would say yes and no.
Yeah.
Understood.
Nigga like me, I'm just gonna laugh. I'm gonna find humor or something. Like that's how I get through my days, yo. I'm a laugh. Like so, if you don't like laughing, don't be around me because I'm gonna find something funny. It's gonna get me through that next couple minutes or so.
Jokes on.
And you got to, because it's like if you don't, you just gonna let this shit just take over your mind and your body. It's just a like you
Oh, it's
just
gonna
gotta.
your body.
Speaking of joking, we didn't.
gotta
I'm not gonna get into this too deep. I don't know if schools wanted to comment on this at all. But speaking of joking, we lost Betty White right before the New
Yo,
Year, and just
Yo,
the day before, we was in the group chat joking respectfully about her. Like, is there any thoughts, like quick thoughts I had about her life, whatever?
I said just R.I.P. Betty the Hitter, man. If you know, you know.
like that shit, yo. We was going off for at least 20, 30 minutes in the chat.
Mad randomly, yo.
Mad random, just bigging her up. And then the next day, oh, go talk about him. Yo, I hate her going. Like, what you a shooter go? What you mean? What you mean I shoot her going?
Yo,
Don't
but
tell me that.
the crazy part was when O put that in the chat, I knew exactly what he was talking about. As soon as he said, damn, they took Betty.
Yeah.
Yo, so like, yo, I was in like the middle of Walmart looking for something. And I was stuck. Trying to get around, like, excuse me, yo, excuse me. Like, yo, I'm going through something right now. Like, you gotta relax. Like, let me get this moment off real quick. Like, yo, I came home. I was talking about my wife, like, yo, we was just talking about her. Like, literally, like, just talking about her. And then what's crazy too, they tell you that people die in threes. Legendary I think played for the Celtics, Sam Jones, he passed away.
Yes. No.
The next day, and then that Sunday morning, Dan Reeves, legendary coach of the Broncos, he passed away. And it was even crazier is that I caught that Betty White passed away at 99, Sam Jones passed away at 88, and Dan Reeves passed away at 77.
That's crazy.
How sick is that, yo?
Sick. Yeah.
Some bullshit, yo.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? R.I.P. Betty. She was definitely one of a kind. And just looking at all the pictures that we've been posting in the chat of her with like different people, like yo, she was
out here, yo.
Was really outside.
Betty was out here, yo.
Yeah. So, R.I.P. Betty.
Love the good life, yo.
I don't know if school has anything to say, so we can talk about it a little more on Thursday. Last but not least, yesterday I was just taking a nap. I woke up and then I think Stills had put in the chat something about AB just taking his shirt off and his uniform, just throwing it in the crowd and walking off. I'm like, what? But
Kids
I was
woke up
surprised.
to AB with his shirt
Also
off. That's
AB.
sick.
So it's like I just didn't know what to think of it. So there's been different stories. Some of it saying like his mental health is just off. He's kind of going crazy a little bit. Other things say he had incentives. They was trying to shut him out so he wouldn't, make the extra money that he was trying to make. So what do we think is the real story there?
Well, they had just put something. I just read it maybe a couple hours ago. That said that they were trying to put him back in, but he was hurt. He told the coach he was hurt, and the coach said, "Get off the field or leave if you're not going to go back in." So, in AB fashion, that's what he did. That's what the last post I said seen.
I didn't even hear that. That's another option.
Yeah.
It was somewhere. I wonder if ESPN or Sports Center pages had posted it.
I saw something about him getting hurt, but I didn't get all the pieces to that puzzle.
Well, he was just coming off from being hurt.
Right.
And then he had the 3-game suspension because of the fake Rona card. Waking up from a nap to AB shirt off is sick. That's crazy. That's one. But two, you could I see mental health is a very serious thing that people should take seriously, but it's like, dog, he's had chance after chance after chance after chance, all the way going back to his college days. He I think he got a scholarship at Florida International. He wasn't, and then he got in an altercation with the security guard or something like that. So they took the scholarship away from him. Then he went down to JUCO, and then he got another scholarship to Central Michigan, where ended up, blowing out and getting drafted by Pitt, and then he had his issue in Pittsburgh, and then he had his issues in Oakland, and then he had his issues in New England, and then during this whole time, you got people in your camp like Bruce Arians, who's well respected in the NFL ranks, and Tom Brady throwing his neck out for you time after time after time.
Twice.
And it's like twice, maybe even third time. I'm sure he did some shit before that New England shit happened. But it's like, dude, like I said, mental health could be a thing, but it's like at the end of the day, it's like how much more can we like play off of that? It's like could he just be this like just nasty individual that's out here just don't care about nobody? Or is it really mental health? Could it be a combination of both? It could, but after 4, 5, 6 chances, it's like, dude.
It's like you gotta take accountability after some point, no matter the reason.
That too, yeah.
Like you said, all the reasons, all the times he had second chances you named, it's like you gotta identify. All right, I got an issue. I gotta go get help, or I gotta do whatever I gotta do to get this straight. And it's not like it's once or twice. This is like at least 6 or 7 you ran off just now, and it's probably stuff that we don't even heard about that one with
that shit that got swept under the rug.
Yeah,
like 99% of people in this world don't get second chances. My guy got 6, 7, 8.
And we talk about millions. They just want him to take these chances.
It's sad to see it play out. Like we talked about earlier, like black people, whoever we gonna joke about it, we gonna get our jokes off. But like at the end of the day, it is sad because he's such a talent. And you just want to see him like be great, like he did last year. He balled out. He not carried them, but he was a vital part to that championship team last year.
Yeah.
And to see it just like all spiral out of within the span of 6 weeks, it felt like it's crazy, yo.
And it was like you seen like him being that part of the championship team. You were like, all right, AB back. Like he done got his head on straight. He got his ring.
He got it. He figured it out. Like he got it. Like.
Because it was like his team started losing, he have attitude, blah blah blah, and also he don't want to be there no more. It's like, yo, you just coming off of a Super Bowl. What else can you like cause a ruckus?
That's what you wanted. That's what you was
you
going after. And they brought you in, you got it. It's like cool.
Tom is the quarterback throwing you dimes. You just came up with a Super Bowl win and like still, and then you even now, what are they? 12-5 going to the playoff as what, the number 1 seed, I think.
Nah, it'll be 2 or 3. Yeah, but they're still up there.
But yeah, but you still going in one of the top seeds in the playoffs. Like, what can they do to make this guy happy?
Yeah. Going back to Biz's point, I think it probably is a combination of him being a diva and also at least some slight, even if it's not like true mental health stuff, it's like something that's just not quite right. Because we've seen a lot of divas in our time, but I've never seen anybody in the middle of a game take their uniform off, throw it into the crowd, and just say, I'm done. Like, that's like, it's usually something in you that says, like, I could wild out, but there's like a stopping point. Like, I'm not going past this because this is going to ruin my chances of possibly ever playing again. Like, you'll see in the past, you see like Odell, he'll have meltdowns on the sideline. He'll kick stuff. He'll do whatever. He'll get mad at his teammates, blah, blah, blah. But you could tell that's passion. That's not like crazy. And of course, he wants the ball more. He's not complaining about not getting the ball. But he also is not going to mess his money up. I never once seen him do something that I thought was like, oh, yeah, that might be his career right there. Like, there's something that stops him.
Yeah. But even like with other people who have like you said, Odell or like T.O. or anybody else like that, these like you talk about they was mad like it was losing or they had like a 8-8 record. You about to go to the playoffs, possibly win another Super Bowl, and you just said, fuck it, I'm out. Like you got more football to play. It wasn't the last game of the season and y'all going home. Probably gonna go to the deep into the playoffs knowing Tom Brady. And you just said, nope, I don't even care. I got a good chance to win another Super Bowl ring and just blew it off of what? Because the coach wants you to go back in and you said you was hurt or incentives or whatever it is. Like if it was your last game with them and y'all wasn't going to make the playoffs, it would be a little bit more understanding. But like you got more football to play.
A lot more football. And that's what I was saying in the chat. Like, if it was incentive, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he kind of self-sabotaged himself. Like,
Yeah.
like he didn't follow the rules. He had fake verification and stuff. Like, nah, you got caught. You gotta do your time for that. And on top of that, he was hurt. He would have got that. And let's say he missed those 6 games. He gets those 6 games back. He easily gets his incentive. Without a doubt.
Yeah. I
he
mean,
wasn't. From what I read, he wasn't that far off from whatever categories he had to hit. So he was gonna reach him.
It was like 2 or 3 catches, like 55 yards. It was something like.
Yeah, he wasn't like that's a half for him. Like, he could do that in a quarter if he really on one play. Like he's that explosive, that much of a talent where he could just do that at the drop of a dime. But it's like you self-sabotage, so you can't really be mad at anybody else but yourself. And then I was talking to my boy earlier at work, and he kind of put me on to something. Like he was saying, like how he felt like AB hasn't been the same since he had got hit by Burfict a couple of years ago, and he had that concussion.
Yeah,
I've seen that a few times.
I was like, I didn't even think about that, but now that it's on my mind, I'm like that could be a cause of something, because you know the NFL and CTE and the battle between that could definitely be something that could have sparked, you know, the demise or whatever you want to call it. But like it's a bunch of different variables going on. Like you can't really pinpoint it to one, but the glaring one is that he's definitely been self-sabotaging. Like that's one of them that I've seen that stuck out in multiple situations.
What you said, Tills?
That's almost for almost no reason too. It's not like a lot of times it was like unprovokingly just self-sabotage himself.
Yeah. Even a couple years back with the incident with his girlfriend in the house, and like, you know, you handle that situation differently, but for to go on live and do all of that, that's just bringing added eyes into the picture and making, you know, it's just creating too much. Like it's unnecessary.
And all type of stuff like, fam, don't you be going on live and doing all of this. So
he was on live earlier today.
Yeah, Joe. Matter of fact, he dropped a new song like 30 minutes. Bullshit. He dropped a new song like 30 minutes or an hour after not the next day. After he left the game, he dropped a new song. So that was another.
He got it in the tuck.
I was like, no, the fuck he did, yo.
I seen that. I didn't know if it was real. I didn't listen. Did either y'all listen to the song?
No. I had better things to do. I was not listening to that shit, bro.
Kids for the AB bars?
I was not listening to that shit, bro. Sorry.
The last thing I was going to say is, I was thinking about, people have said this before, but even more as we see things unravel, like Mike Tomlin deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do with the Steelers back when he had AB and Le'Veon Bell, because Le'Veon he's gone. He's a goner.
And
AB
Ben.
is a goner. They both are like nuts. So,
and the younger Ben, don't sleep on Ben. He was out here
Ben
too.
had his issues too. Yeah.
The younger Ben, he was out here too. Like my guy, he was going through it. Yeah. He had the Pouncey twin. Yeah,
and then to go from AB straight to Juju and his dancing, recording stuff in the locker room, was like,
I know Tom. Yo, my guy be sick in the office. Yo, he's like, yo,
motherfuckers, boy.
My guy put out one fire and then turn around, it's another fucking forest fire going off. Like, dog, cut this shit. Yo, it was like same thing though. Ever since Juju got popped, he ain't been right since. It's something about them Bengal boys, yo. You gotta look into it, man.
Them Bengals was kind of dirty at points. We know that.
It's something about them Bengal boys. Ever since he got popped, he ain't been right. I ain't seen Juju play all year.
It's on the bounty game.
He got injured early in the season, I think.
Yeah, he better have got injured. Cause
what?
I'm saying I ain't seen my guy play all year, brother.
Yeah, but that was a nice, quick mini up. We definitely got to do some more of these just to, get back in the flow of things, have some good conversation. Once again, RIP Betty White and all the other people that we lost right before the end of the year. Didn't Madden pass before the end of the year?
Madden did pass. Yep.
Yeah, so that was another icon. So recipes to him, the other people that you mentioned. Hopefully school will be back on Thursday. Everything is good with him. He just had other obligations, so he couldn't be here tonight. So we look forward to Thursday, and we're gonna get this up soon. And that's that. We'll catch y'all on the next episode of School in the
Gang.
Game.
Don't hate.